A new tone from French President Emmanuel Macron. Sounding humbled and apologetic, he told France he knows he's made mistakes.
Doubtless, we haven't answered your worries quickly enough over the last 18 months. I take responsibility for this and for creating the impression that it wasn't my concern, that I had other priorities. I also know I've hurt some of you with my remarks.
Recognising his government's been seen as dictating from Paris, he promised to visit mayors across France. He announced the minimum wage will be going up €100 a month starting in January. Taxes on overtime hours will be scrapped and low-income pensioners will get a tax break. But he defended his controversial decision to end a tax on wealth, insisting the cut creates jobs.
We will respond to the economic and social urgency with strong measures, by cutting taxes more rapidly, by keeping our spending under control.
The president is looking for ways to end weeks of demonstrations that have already hit the country's economy. Businesses are counting the costs of another weekend of violent protests. The Bank of France revised its growth forecast down on Monday, putting further pressure on the president. On what should have been the busiest shopping weekends of the year in the run-up to Christmas, the French Retail Association says shops saw a 17% drop in foot traffic. Shopkeepers are running out of patience.
It's intolerable. It's unacceptable to have this degree of violence at protests. And what's really a shame is that some people are taking advantage of the protests to loot shops because the police are busy elsewhere and can't intervene.
The protesters say this government and previous leaders have ignored the everyday concerns of low-income people for decades.
People are expressing that they don't feel represented at all. They're showing a lot of defiance towards political parties in general, and this isn't a new feeling.
The question now is whether this will be enough to make them feel listened to, or whether a crack has opened in French society that President Macron will be hard pushed to repair. Elena Casas, CGTN, Paris.